Hi Pisces, this is your bi-weekly reading from October 1st to the 15th. I'm back now. I'm here to say, I don't know why that started as like a kind of a song. I just took the last month off, just took a little time to myself to enjoy the month of September. I appreciate your patience and I thank everyone for just being here in general. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon and rising because you could be in that energy as well. All right, Pisces. Interesting read to start us off here. So we have the King of Wands energy to start us off. Sorry, I just need to grab some water. King of Wands energy, fire sign energy. So what this energy is kind of all about here, it's about creativity, it's about kind of passion, things like that. It does, for me, sometimes I'm like, is this relating to the person that I'm reading or is it relating to someone else? It does have the energy of another person. So there might be a fire sign that you're kind of dealing with right now, Pisces, and there's this energy of just kind of not moving on or moving away from this fire sign. Because we have the Six of Swords kind of reversed here, which is kind of indicating to me, hey, we're not moving on from this person. We're not kind of moving away from them. Could be a friend, could be family, could be a relationship. Maybe you're hung up on this person here. Whatever it is, it kind of seems like it's kind of tying you down a little bit. It's kind of keeping you kind of restrained here. It's taking up a lot of your mental capacity, and that's what the Eight of Swords is all about. It's all about that kind of mental anguish, like we're kind of feeling, overthinking things, feeling stuck, feeling trapped kind of mentally. So again, maybe there's this person here that's a fire sign that we are having a hard time kind of moving away from in these 2 weeks, or this energy of you just kind of feel it's like really head gamey, or you're feeling like they're kind of keeping you stuck here. The Death card is followed by it as well, Scorpio energy. So maybe Pisces, some of you are dealing with a Scorpio as well. I think it's more kind of saying they might decide to end a situation here or move on from a situation here because it's causing you too much mental anguish or causing you too much kind of restriction that way. Here. So yeah, it seems like some of you might be kind of moving on from that. If it's not a King of Wands, it might, if it's not a fire sign, it could be someone that is very creative, someone that's in that kind of industry as well. Doesn't have to be just a fire sign there. They can also represent someone that's just driven, creative, and stuff like that. Again, Pisces, it seems like there needs to be kind of an ending here for kind of a new thing to start for you, for a new romantic relationship to come in. I don't know, right now it kind of feels like we're so fixated, our mind, and focused on this kind of King of Wands that other opportunities can't really come in because that's just like all our mind is being taken up for, right? It's this kind of King of Wands energy. Whoever this is for you, it's just kind of taking up too much of your mind that a new kind of emotional start can't really kind of pop in here for you. But let's see more about this Knight of Cups. I want to see what this emotional offer is for you here. What is this emotional offer? What is this emotional offer? Interesting. Comes out with the Five of Cups right after and the Star. Aquarius energy here as well, but it's kind of saying like this offer is bringing sadness, but it's also something that you hope for. It's a weird kind of paradox of cards here. Let me just take a moment to feel this out. It almost feels like one thing needs to end for the other thing to kind of open up here. We need to kind of have this kind of loss of whatever this kind of maybe this relationship was, something that we were moving away from here, and really open ourselves up back to the other possibilities out there. Because it feels like, again, you're going to have this time of sadness and this time of a wish fulfillment as well. The Star is kind of everything you hope for. Maybe this person coming in to offer you a cup here as an Aquarius, as that it's represented by the Star as well, but it just is kind of feeling like we almost are kind of closing ourselves off to other options, or closing ourselves off because we're so fixated maybe on this one person, or not kind of moving away from this one connection here with this fire sign. So it seems like, again, there's something hopeful. There's something what you want is around the corner here, but there's this bit of sadness as well. So it almost feels like letting go of one thing to obtain or get another, or get something that you hoped or wished for. So especially if that is this energy of you kind of not moving away from this other person, again, it feels like a lot of mind gaming. It feels a lot of stuck in the head kind of energy. All I gotta say here is just think about what you truly want. Take the time, maybe write it down in a partner and see if this person is kind of stepping up to the plate with this. See if this person is connecting to that for you. Here is, I think, the important thing, because it just seems like, again, there's this kind of connection that's not kind of working out that way. Oh, that card just flew up. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a clear decision on this in the next 2 weeks. Two swords kind of coming in reverse here. So yeah, you're definitely going to be making a whole decision on the situation. Getting level up energy here as well. The Empress in reverse just popped out. The Empress in reverse kind of represents not feeling abundant, not feeling like things, not feeling like strong self-esteem. It could represent fertility issues. So maybe the someone that you were connected to before has something to do with infertility. I don't know, maybe that, again, that's very specific, but it could be possible for some of you here. But I really want to see you kind of turn this around out, Pisces. I really want to see you feel like the Empress, and feel like, you know what, I am standing here on my throne. I'm going to attract people to me. I'm not going to waste my time and energy on something that is just kind of going around in circles here. It almost feels something that kind of is never ending, that is causing you so much anguish, causing you so much pain here a little bit. I think again, these 2 weeks we might be kind of switching ourselves back into this energy of the Empress, where we are really feeling abundant. We really feel like people come towards us. We feel like this Empress here, because it almost feels like in this connection you're not feeling like that. You're not feeling like appreciated. You're kind of not feeling in your own power kind of here, Pisces. I'll say that for Pisces, please. World reverse. Yeah, we're just not closing a cycle here. It seems like, again, there's this thing that we need to let go of here. There's something that needs to come to a full completion, and that's what the kind of world represents as well. So there is a choice that's coming in here that needs to become to a full completion, and I think this is the time for you. This is the time for you to kind of step in and kind of see, feels like exactly kind of what you want. Put your standards high, put your standards kind of up there. For those Pisces that are in like a healthy relationship, again, this doesn't have to be a relationship based. It could be friendship, it could be family member, it could be co-worker, it can be anything like that, right, as well. Whatever this kind of frustration or friction kind of with this fire sign, it just seems like it's time to kind of move away, because it just seems like we're kind of out of fear, not allowing a chapter to close, or we're not allowing ourselves to kind of move on here. What else is coming in for Pisces for these 2 weeks, from the 1st to the 15th? For Pisces. If you were having a time where you were feeling mentally and emotionally kind of out of whack, that's definitely going to be, again, with the Nine of Swords coming up here, definitely you're going to have some relief stress. A King of Cups coming up here could represent a water sign as well. Seeing a lot of water energy. I know you are water, Pisces, but it kind of feels like there might be another kind of water energy kind of cycling around here for you as well. But it seems like we're kind of going to be on a good emotional track in these 2 weeks. It seems like whatever it is where we were stressed about, things not kind of going our way this week, we're going to really feel on our emotional game. And I think feeling good emotionally, putting our emotions first, is what's going to help us make this kind of clear choice, because we get moving into our own self-worth, we get moving into our own self kind of care here. So there is going to be a major victory where that is involved. This anxiety, whatever it is, this mental stress that you were feeling, I feel like it's going to kind of relieve itself here, and you're going to have a victory, which feels nice. It feels good, because it feels like, again, it feels like, you know what, the energy I'm feeling right now is like, it feels like I'm proud of myself for doing this. I'm proud of myself for handling the situation like this. I just see you feeling, I just, like, the picture I just got in my head is like, literally like someone standing on the podium and they're just like, you know, like I did that. Like it maybe like in the Olympics or stuff like that. I know there's stuff going on, but it just seems like that, you know, that breath of like satisfaction is the energy kind of coming out here. And yeah, there's definitely going to be this new kind of emotional beginning for you. Things are going to feel refreshing, I think, and refreshing in the sense of you're putting up your own boundaries here. You're getting into a space where you are kind of prioritizing your own emotional self, and understanding that when your emotional self is balanced here, that means that you're more balanced and more kind of good things come to you here. For some of you, there might be someone else in the wing here too. If you are single, someone might be coming up to offer you a new kind of romantic offering here. So maybe a new relationship, or maybe someone else comes into the picture here, and maybe that's the kind of thing that kind of makes you move away from this person or make the clear choice. I'm kind of feeling that energy there as well. So just be on the lookout for that. If there's any signs that I feel like it would probably be, feels like maybe another water sign here. Just, yeah, if it's not someone that's a water sign, it's just someone that's compassionate and caring. Yeah, clear choices is coming up in these 2 weeks. There's no more what if. I feel like now you are, again, making distinct choices. Like you have the 2 cards, you have the 2 of Swords, and you also have the 7 of Cups reversed, which are 2 kind of indecision cards that are lifting itself. So whatever it is that you are anxious on with these choices here, feels like no more. Feels like you, again, you're kind of moving into a space where you're in your own power. You're moving into a space where you're emotionally stable, and it's kind of affecting the world around you, affecting your choices here. I feel like, again, you're going to have that little bit of power where you're like, no, I'm doing really good emotionally. I can make these kind of decisions for myself, and I'm not going to let anyone kind of knock me off my throne here. I'm not going to let anyone tell me, or, you know, like fuck with my head, really. I feel like you're just like not down with the bullshit in these 2 weeks. You're not down to kind of be toyed around. You're like, you know what, it's not worth any mental anguish anymore. Again, this might not be a physical relationship. This could be a coworker. This could be anything like that who's making you feel like doubting yourself, who's making you feel sad. You might make a choice to kind of move away from that there, or move into a different space. There is a little bit of conflict going on, so let's just see what is this conflict going on? You might have some conflict in your social circles. We have the 3 of Cups reversed. So you might, again, have some conflict around with friends or social circles. Just watch out for that this week. Also, if there might be a fight or something like that if someone is getting too drunk or partying too much. So if you are kind of in that category of people, if you do kind of go out a lot, make sure we're not kind of maybe getting too intoxicated, or getting to a space where we're kind of, again, into a space where, you know, fights are happening or drama is happening kind of in our social circle here. Again, I see your energy feeling more level than it kind of usually is, so don't stress that out too much, but make sure we are kind of staying on our game here a little bit, because I feel like especially if in our social circle, there might be just a little bit of tension kind of happening right now. If that's kind of the energy that's with this kind of fire sign that you're kind of moving away from, if that's a friend, maybe it's that. But so again, a little bit of tension there. Let me just get a little bit more. But it just feels like, you know, just don't get too, just make sure we're staying level-headed and grounded in these 2 weeks, okay? You know, not overdoing it, and for drama to ensue. For Pisces, please. You have the High Priestess with the Emperor reversed. This could be that you're pertaining to an Aries. Maybe this conflict is with an Aries. Conflict with someone that has a bit of an ego here. So just kind of watch out for that. that might be happening in these 2 weeks, but it also feels like your intuition is telling you something about this person, or someone that maybe has a bit controlling, someone that has a little bit of an ego here. It feels like right now, just the energy I'm feeling right now is like, especially if alcohol is involved, or you know, if that's kind of in the situation here, it kind of feels like just know internally what you are feeling and allow yourself to feel that, and put up your own boundaries that way without explanation. It feels like almost like whatever this conflict is here, it can be avoided if you are just kind of just like, you know, I know my truth, I know what I'm feeling about the situation, I'm going to excuse myself from it, in a way. Because if not, I think things will just kind of escalate, because someone has like this big ego here, and someone is like, I just don't see it kind of ending good in that sense. I don't, especially, again, like if I said, if alcohol is involved. You know deep in your soul what your intuition is telling you about a certain person. That's your information to do whatever it is you want about it. But if you choose to confront this person, I feel like there is going to be this kind of showdown kind of match. That reading took an interesting turn. I'll say that, Pisces. All right, let me see what oracle cards you have for yourself this week. Sounds like, in general, an interesting 2 weeks for you. For Pisces, please. Thank you. All right, so you got Angel of Balance reversed. This card came out for another sign. I forget who it was, but in this position, the Angel of Balance comes with a loving warning that something may be seriously out of proportion in your life. This could be an important emotional commitment, such as lack of self-acceptance or self-care. Remember, however, that when you put yourself last, the universe will do likewise. Receiving this card reversed can oftentimes be a warning of lost energy, calling you to relax more, sleep more, and just drink more water. Investigate how you may be out of balance in your time and energy regarding your external and internals of your life. The adjacent cards in the spread could indicate the particulars. Perhaps you've been working too much or been too obsessed with relationships or money. Kind of feeling you might be too obsessed with the outcome of this kind of fire sign energy. The loving angel can help you bring the courage and wisdom you need to break such toxic patterns. Meditate on the angel's presence and visualize her pouring a beautiful liquid light through all your chakras, balancing them all and bringing you peace. Remember that you always have the power to bring things back into peaceful balance. And I think that's kind of what this kind of warning is at the bottom here, about just make sure we're kind of on top of our game this week. Make sure we are this kind of King of Cups energy, or else things might get a little whack, or things might get kind of a little heated here. So just giving you a heads up. Make sure you're kind of prioritizing yourself and your balance and what you kind of need this week. All right. You also got Lost Lands. And this is the Starseed Oracle there. Soul memories, gifts, you've done this before. The world is far more ancient than we are documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, these rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect to the lost lands of wisdoms of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth of creation, or to bring a new idea to life, but feel unprepared, it's calling you to consider you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has the wisdom beyond your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and the ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this for a lifetime. Some think that the lost lands exist in the past, others believe they exist today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in our souls, in those who have experienced them. This card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of the lost lands, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon, exists within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your own soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands, and you can learn from all our mistakes and usher in a new age. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts in this lifetime past. Again, maybe you were kind of what I kind of always get from this lost lands and this lost power, especially what I kind of feel, that can be kind of confusing, you're like, okay, lost lands, but I always get it from it of coming back to ourselves, coming back to our soul, coming back to kind of where, again, with intuition, maybe things are leading us, coming back to our own strength that way, because I think that's the most important part, especially with spirituality, is understanding that, hey, we do kind of, in these situations sometimes, like, we do have, from my stance, I should say that, do believe we have a sense that we can kind of control our outcome here. We have a say, kind of, again, we're working with the universe there, of our own personal power, right? Even if situations feel like it's not in your power, kind of go in that energy of feeling kind of balanced, kind of regain that power, whatever that is for you. Maybe that is meditating, maybe that is, you know, however you connect to kind of your soul there. Anyways, Pisces, that was your bi-weekly reading. I hope that helped.